Gary Lawless, Willie Ramirez, Cofield, update for the audience, for Cowboy fans. CeeDee Lamb got rolled pretty good. Actually came back in the game and then said, I can't do it. He's got a high ankle sprain, 3 to 4 weeks. And that was one of the, again, not to overreact. I mean, you certainly don't want to when you bet, but Cowboys did not look good, and especially on defense. They're going to have to score a lot of points, and now without CD, that's another challenge.
Franchise is another one. Obviously, Jerry Jones, very powerful there. And when's the last time they won a Super Bowl? Like under Switzer, right?
They haven't made an NFC title game in 30 years.
30 years.
1995-96 season.
Yeah.
The 90s, they beat the Steelers.
Yeah, time to make a change there, too.
With the owner.
He just needs to fire anyone with the last name Jones and bring in capable people that to run the franchise. Our friend from Dallas here is nodding his head. Yeah.
That said, I mean, they could cash out and probably make what, I don't even know what he bought the team for, $150 million, but they're worth $12 billion.
Oh, yeah.
But I think this is what Stephen Jones wants to do. He's going to be the next guy, and his brother and sister, and they ain't moving on at all.
Yeah, and they're not going to win.
They're not going to win. Not the way they operate right now, because they should not be in the personnel category department at all.
I'll tell you what, it is such a... Unless you watch a ton of film, it's like in football in particular, you watch a play and you can say, oh, that was his fault. Unless you know the scheme, unless you know the blocking scheme, the receiver scheme, like all of these things that factor in, you have no idea.
Gary, the last great talent evaluator who was an owner was Al Davis. And then even Al, the last 10 years kind of started to lose.
Yeah, but Al wasn't an owner. He was a talent evaluator that became an owner. He was a true football guy.
Well, Jerry Jones thinks he's a football guy. He played football at Arkansas.
Yeah, well.
He's the one who built the championship teams. Just watch the documentary.
Yeah. He's
the one who made the Herschel trade. That was Jerry.
He's
not Jimmy.
He's not a football guy. He's the guy that owns a football team. There's a big difference.
Week 4 with Boomers. Let's look at these minus 105 lines coming up. Vikings Steelers is 2.5. Vikes on the road in Pittsburgh. Laying 2.5 with Carson Wentz.
Didn't the Vikes, didn't they score 1 million points yesterday?
They did score 1 million points.
Yeah, I take the Vikes there.
Really?
Absolutely.
Willie, you bullish on the Vikings? I think there's a little regression to the mean for Carson Wentz and the Vikes. A lot of special teams work.
Willie's got his Chat GPT simulator. He's got to run He's got to run his Monte Carlo simulation before he can answer.
Settle down, Turbo. I'm pulling up the lines. I like to see it in front of me. I like to see.
Am I lying?
He just said 2.5.
He's right. It might have changed.
That's what we're discussing.
Might have changed already.
Steve's the same.
It's 2.5.
Don't.
You got to lay minus 120 though. Maybe that'll scare you away.
I'm taking the Steelers at home.
Okay. All right. Chargers. Good start. Our Chargers world beaters? No. They're laying 6 to the Giants. I already bet the Giants +6. Yeah, I'm that guy who does that.
Yeah,
I'm that guy.
You don't want to wait till they practice and see who gets hurt this week?
Well, I think Jackson Dart is going to start.
Oh, yeah?
I really thought that Daboll would stick with Russell Wilson, but last night was bad. Chiefs really suckered Russell Wilson on a lot of occasions.
I don't know why the Giants would be, again, they're not winning the World Series, the Super Bowl. They're not. Are they a playoff team in their division?
Well, it'd be nice if the owner said, "Hey, Daboll, you know what? You play Dart, you still have a job."
Yeah,
that's kind of a tough position for Daboll to be in.
Again, that's I heard an owner in the NHL one time say he would never have his general manager worrying about his contract. Because if you are managing for your contract and for your paycheck and not for what's best for the organization, you get into trouble. And the best thing for that organization is to play the rookie quarterback and get him reps.
I'm with Steve on this one. I like the Giants, and I'm going to tell you why. 2 things. First is the Los Angeles Chargers opened up with the Chiefs, the Raiders, the Broncos. 3 emotional wins, divisional games. They're fired up, and they now have to travel across the country. It's a letdown spot. The other thing is you look at both teams, and clearly the Chargers are that much better. Why is the line only 5.5? you got to ask yourself, it should be a bigger spread. So I think it's a letdown spot, and the Giants could challenge them. Chargers may win this game, but I'll take the dog.
Are the Colts for real? They're only getting 3.5 at the Rams.
I actually, the Titans are not very good. I watched a little bit of that game. The Colts have got some really good players. A couple of their corners are legit. They got some good players on defense, and they put a lot of pressure on the Titans. Are they for real? That's a bit of a stretch, but they're a team to monitor. They're a team to watch.
I agree, and we talked about it last week in making our predictions in terms of the wins that they had picked up. Were they good, solid wins? This might be the first legitimate team. The Rams are going to be highly pissed off after the way they lost. Rams could just smoke this team, bring it down to reality.
Where are we all on the Chiefs? That was kind of a sloppy game last night. Had to make some weird plays. They win 22-9. Where are we on the Chiefs?
I think they're old at a few key spots, and that's when you're the head coach and you have won with a bunch of guys, you bring them back. It's difficult to be unemotional when you're making those decisions, and I think they should have turned over. And again, if you're bringing in a young guy to replace a highly successful veteran, you might take a step back. And they're looking at their window, and they've got Mahomes, and it's now. But I think they probably should have used this season as a bridge season, brought in some younger people, and been really good again next year. I don't think they're a contender.
Tough game at home against Baltimore. Baltimore on a short week. Kind of want to see what takes place tonight, but without Rice, without Worthy, it's going to be a tough game for them to sort of tackle. Even in Kansas City, with what we've seen, I'm going to play Baltimore in that game.
Ravens are laying 2.5 on the road. I'm going to take the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs' downfall is very overplayed. I saw some good things last night, like Tyquan Thornton starting to develop as a real receiver. Rashee Rice will be back. Xavier Worthy will be back. At some point, they're going to stop playing that right tackle who false starts on every friggin' play, Juwan Taylor. So they're going to make some changes. And I like Big Andy last night. You see him? Get up to Kelsey and give him a right shoulder, bumped him.
Yeah.
And they were yelling at each other. Let's go.
Well, Kelsey started that in the Super Bowl, right? Yep. He gave Andy a hard time on the sideline. So now it's they have that relationship.
What's the most heated you've seen an NHL coach get with a player and back and forth? I mean, it happens all the time, right?
Well, yeah, there were, I'm old. I've seen stuff that you're not supposed to see, coaches.
Stuff you can't reveal.
No.
It was a long time ago.
Has nothing to do with the Golden Knights. No, there were coaches that would kick their players on the bench, give them a kick in the pants, which is, you're not supposed to do that. And obviously, there were some coaches that would send players out to fight. So there's lots of unique history. I've seen some coaches absolutely lose their minds. Well,
the three of us come from a time when coaches, whether you're supposed to do it or not, would grab a guy by the helmet in football and drive him around. What's something in hockey that they would do back in the day that was like, hey, that's how coaches are?
Well, they would.
You just said it.
Always
kick him.
Kick him. But a lot of it was in practice where they would, humiliate a guy, bag skate him, et cetera, et cetera. A lot of that stuff is gone. And what goes now for a hard-ass coach is, my coaches in church league were just as hard as these guys.